to Opening the Harp Chakra, the podcast, bringing you beautiful, healing, magical harp music and talking to the artists that create it. I'm your host, Jay Michaels. Thank you for joining us today. Luxembourg is a small European country with many treasures, beautiful forests, a rich cultural heritage, and of course today's guest, a very talented harp player, composer, and teacher, Asya Sergeeva.
Hello, nice to hear you. Hello to everybody.
Hello, it's so very nice of you to join us today. We're so happy to have you and some of your very beautiful music to share with our listeners. So to start, I'd like to ask, how did you find your way to the harp? What led you to this wonderful instrument?
Oh, it's a really special story, and it's really special, still special to me, because I started to play music in a very early age. I started to play piano when I was age 5, and I played piano till I was 13. And to the moment I ended my education, I hated the instrument completely, and music also. So I decided I'll never ever play any other instrument after that. So I stopped my musical things. I started to learn different things, and I come to a different town. And during my second education, it was in Russia. I lived there before Luxembourg. So in my other city in St. Petersburg, one of my friends just asked me if I ever do something with music or something like that. Yes, I told I have some piano experience. I don't like to play some music anymore, so it's completely done. But after our discussion, I think so. Maybe it's not too late to try something else. In this time, I already loved Irish music, loved to hear the music. So I decided to take some small instrument this time. And I think all the harpists understand the irony of that. So I decided to find how to play maybe violin or maybe flute, something compact and transportable. And I came to our local musical school and looked to the list of instruments they proposed. Well, I said, okay, they have violin, okay, they have flute, maybe flute. And then I saw the word harp on this list. And I still don't know what happens to me. It was, like a lightning bolt right to my head. I won that. And in this moment, I realized this is really a thing I want to do in my life. I want to be here. I want to play harp. So I came to this class. I met my teacher, fantastic lady, a very gifted classical harpist. And here I am playing Celtics, playing classical, and I love this instrument with all my heart.
Excellent. Well, let's listen to some of your music. Birds of February is a beautiful song. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Oh, with a great pleasure. It was 2013, my first, and for a moment, only harp music album. And during this album, I just, work to search for some funding, for crowdfunding. And one of my proposals was, so if you give me some amount of money, maybe I can create some music for you. It was just, crazy idea. And this man came to me and he asked me to create some music for his bride, for his future wife. And during the work on this project, I realized it's going much more than, just a song for somebody. So I tried to do my very best for this music. And after that, he told me that when his wife listened to this music, he's cried. So I think it works this time like that. So it's really personal music to me.
So that is the beautiful birds of February. Nice. So, Asya, where do you generally find your inspiration to compose?
Oh, thank you so much. It's a really great question. I think every musician should ask it every time. Well, I don't know. I'm just looking to the world around me, the people who's just going around me, and for example, people in Luxembourg and people in Russia. The trees is growing, the grass, the sky, so everything. And but I think mostly, of course, people, because I think for me the playing music is just another way to tell a story. I can tell a story by saying something by words, and I can tell something by music. And then I see somebody who do something inspiring, some people who are doing great job, or some story, touching story. I can't stop but play this like I can in my music.
Well, music is certainly a universal language.
Definitely.
Let's listen to another piece, actually two pieces here together, a couple of jigs, I believe Sun and Wind and Old Munster.
Yes, Old Monster jig is one. The second one is a traditional one. But about the first one, I'm not so sure because I play this music in. I hope I create this one, but it's very much in tradition. So if somebody already did the same jig with another name, I will not be surprised.
the beautiful music of Asya Sergeeva today, and I wanted to talk to you about Ireland's harper Turlough O'Carolan. As we're recording this, we're celebrating the year of 350 years ago
Yes,
when he
yes.
was born and brought this wonderful harp music. And you did something very special recently that a lot of harp players became involved in. I had the honor of being involved in this, honoring the music of Turlough O'Carolan. Can you talk to us a little bit about that project?
Oh, it's my pleasure. Well, it started like a sort of musical joke. I don't know how to say that. During the month of March, they all were in lockdown. I mean, in Europe, in United States, everywhere. So they stayed at home. All the family. It was crazy, crazy, strange time. So no practice, no musical practice, no proper contact with other people. And during one of these days, I just looked to my bookshelf. There is a lot of different scores, different music, and I found a very beautiful edition of a book of music, O'Sullivan's Turlough O'Carolan's collection. So in this book, the O'Sullivan, Donald Sullivan, very prominent figure in a collection of Irish music. He just tried to combine in one place all the music is supposed to be the music of O'Carolan. So maybe yes, maybe not, but at least most of the tunes probably associated somehow with the name of O'Carolan. So I looked at this collection, and I thought, well, maybe it will be interesting idea to just take some random tune from this collection and try to play it. So I came to a community of Facebook, great Celtic harp community. I'm really happy to be part of that. And I explained this idea. So maybe we can just take O'Sullivan's collections. And if you want to participate, just tell me and I pick a random tune from O'Sullivan's collection to you. And you'll do something with that tune. You can, create your arrangement, complicated or easy arrangement. You can either post your video or just send me your score. And for me, it was a great pleasure to have in this project not only harpists with modern neo-Celtic harps, but also harpists with the wire strongs and musicians with other instruments. Really great things. I'm still in shock how well it worked. Well, and right now I have this video collection of Carolan's tunes, the Carolan Lockdown Challenge on YouTube, and also have a book, a compilation of our scores. It is supposed to be 226 pages of O'Carolan music, and it will be distributed completely for free for all harpists on Facebook, and I hope maybe even in other places.
That's excellent, because we will include all those links in the show notes to this podcast. Well, let's play an O'Carolan piece that you performed here. This is Eleanor Plunkett.
It was one of the first tunes I ever played from O'Carolan's collection. It was one of maybe the first O'Carolan's tune I ever heard, and I was shocked how beautiful it is, how easy in melody, but so complicated and inert harmony and inert logic. So this one is probably one of the most popular tunes, but for me it's one of the most closest to my heart.
that is Eleanor Plunkett. Can we play another of your tunes here? We've got the Dove's Gray Wings. Can you introduce this?
Well, this one is also from my album of 2014. And, well, in this album, I tried to explain this city landscape, the landscape of St. Petersburg. And, well, during my youth, I also played some time as a street harpist. So you can imagine how it works for street harpist. So we sit in the middle of the streets. There's a lot of people who just go, two directions, a lot of noise, and then you look around. Sometimes you see some beautiful small details around you. Maybe some kids who are dancing, maybe some people who's watching you with interest and with hope, and maybe some street animals, some cats, dogs, and, well, in this case, some birds. Because in city of St. Petersburg is very about gray and blue and I don't know, slightly white. So it's all this very pastel, very gentle colors, and the colors of the wings of the dove is very well explained this time, my time in the city, and the, I don't know, face of the city and this period of my life. So it's something about my St. Petersburg, sometimes something about my youth, and I hope you like it.
was the Dove's Gray Wings from a great harp player from Luxembourg. Thank you so much for being on the podcast, Asya. We've included links to your websites and YouTube, and hope to share your music with everyone. Thank you so much for the good work that you do.
Thank you so much, Jay, for the invitation, and thank you so much for listening. I hope you'll enjoy my music, and I hope you will listen to this O'Carolan's project, because it's really a lot of great work for the harp community. I'm so proud we did it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. If you have questions, guest suggestions, if you'd like to sponsor this podcast, you can email me at openingtheharpchakra@yahoo.com. Also links to PayPal and Venmo if you'd like to contribute to the production of this project. Please subscribe, and in the coming weeks, more beautiful harp music from all around the world on Opening the Harp Chakra, the podcast. I'm Jay Michaels. Thank you so much. Peace. Namaste.